You ever walk into a pharmacy and you notice that the clock's on the wall when you drop your prescription off, and they say, hey, it's going to be about 15 minutes. And if you're really staring at the clock and you're really in a hurry, you got a sick kid in the car, that 15 minutes seems like hours and hours, and the time is going by really slow. But if you're casually walking around the store, you don't really notice it, and if something unexpectedly hits you, and it's like, hey, my prescription's ready. That was really quick, even though 15 minutes have passed. Well, that's what's happening with our aging population. Some people are paying attention to the clock, and they're thinking, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. They're waiting on it to happen. Another half of our population who's not paying attention to the clock at all doesn't notice that our population is growing at an exponential rate as far as getting older and aging, and it's something that may just unexpectedly they notice and they see. Hi, my name is Lana Perry. I'm a student in Gerald 500 class, and what I did my Census Project on is the Greater Kansas City, Missouri area and a organization called Right at Home. So what Right at Home is a more than just assisted living facility and a long-term care facility. But what they do in their edge and innovation that they have here in Kansas City is that they are geared towards families as well as the elderly population to get prepared for what they should expect or what they should see and what their communities will look like when the population starts aging at a rapid rate. So when you have both sets of parents getting older, and then you also have, family and friends who you're already 55, 60 years old, everyone around you is getting older, and what programs or what things that are available for you and to you and awarded to you. And so what's unique about the Kansas City area is that they do have a population of elderly people who are about 200 to 300,000 men and about maybe 4 to 500,000 women or so currently. And however, they are growing their younger population from age 25 to about 40, and they're expanding. And so this area is flourishing and growing, and what that shows is that they're bringing in smaller families, younger families, new families. However, there are people here that are already established and have a foundation. So something unique about Kansas City is a lot of people are not originally from Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas. Because it's a twin city and dual city, it's a large area. But a lot of people you meet maybe from Dallas, or maybe from San Diego, or maybe from Chicago, or maybe from Iowa, things of that sort. So a lot of people have assimilated here. And what that shows and what Right at Home is doing is catering to those needs of people who have assimilated here and showing them that, yes, your parents may be away or your parents may be here, or you may have people in your community that are a little older, that these are some of the things you can do to assist them, get them up and in a home, make sure they're independent. However, if they do need something, that, there are services available to them. And so what those numbers look like for Kansas City is that they, because they have so many families growing, they have a lot more women here than they do men here. And what those numbers look like geographically and on the map is that maybe about the 2010 census, it shows that they have about 400,000 to 500,000 men that are about the age 55 plus. However, about 900,000 women in the Kansas City area are about 55 plus. So what those numbers show you and what that looks like is that the male population is kind of creeping a little slow, just like the clock. It's going by slow, going by slow, going by slow. However, for the female population, it's doubling. So what they'll eventually have in the Kansas City area is that it'll be a 2-to-1 ratio. So maybe by the year 2020, what the projections show is that there may be 1.5 million women over the age of 65 in the Kansas City area. However, there may be only 800,000 or so men in that area, in the Kansas City area at that same age, 65 plus. So what Right at Home has to do, or maybe they need to be geared toward, is have a specialty area for men's care, and they also have something for women's care, where they have a lot more open things for women, not necessarily excluding either of the sexes, but it just shows you that sometimes you have to cater to the population that is around you and have to be aware of who is around you. Also, what that looks like for them is that what they're doing, they have the right business model by educating families at a younger age and a younger state that are settling here, such as myself, that are settling here, is that there are places you can be educated, there are ways you can be educated, there are things that you can do in your community locally and with family members in general to get them prepared. have a care plan, be aware of everything that's going on in your surroundings. So when that time comes and those 15 minutes are up after you're looking at the clock and half of the world is not paying attention to the population has now doubled as far as aging, and everyone seems to be 65 and older, and then those people who have been looking at the clock knowing slowly, this is the 15 minutes I've been waiting on, is finally here. So with that being said, hopefully we all will be prepared, and in the Kansas City area, I plan on being prepared and to educate and let others know that these organizations are out here, and that even though the numbers staggeringly show that women will outnumber men, that both parties are going to be successful at what they can do in the Kansas City, Missouri area. Thank you.